So in this video, we want to start doing the Nmap scan for TCP ports, so a TCP port scanning. Again, you don't want to be attacking any international server. You don't want anyone knocking on your door because this could get you in a lot of trouble. So the best way would be to practice on a server that you have purchased or a VPS server that you can get access to an account. Test it out, play around with that so you can actually scan your own internal network. You don't want to be attacking any international sites. So this is a website we've got handy. We'll be using this address to do the TCP scan against. So the way we do that is we go back to our command line and we type in nmap. And now notice that I have excluded the proxy chains. If I just do it this way, my IP address will be visible to the victim machine and open up all sorts of trouble for me. So -s -st www.website.com or whatever the address is, I need to put proxy chains in here or I will be exposed, and I don't want that. So proxy chains nmap -st, and then we do the scan. Once that is done and you're happy with it, you hit the enter key and the scan will start. Once the scan starts, it's going to take a while. The Nmap is going to search for different ports. It started, and in this particular case, it's looking at the 443 port and seeing if there's any ports open. So it's searching, and it will tell you if it's found a port open, as it says timeout, so it's not open. 554, let's see if this port is found. What is available? So the idea would be just to wait and see, let Nmap do its thing and see what exactly it finds. So 554 timeout. Now 256, let's see if that port shows any opening or any ports that are open. It does take a while, again, depending on your connection, but you just have to be patient with this. Now it's searching for an opening on port 80. Let's see. Well, it's a website, so we know port 80 is for websites. So port 80 is open for HTTP requests. Let's see if there are any other ports open. So again, just let this run. It will take a while. You may want to go have a drink or grab a favorite beverage and come back because the scan does take a while. You may even have to leave it overnight, just depending on what you're scanning. So just see there's a few timeouts, and this would just take a while. As we can see, the HTTP port is open, so we know that this is a web site or a site serving up web pages. And let's just keep going. What else is open? Obviously, there are lots of timeouts, and it's hit and miss sometimes. You won't know exactly what's available, what's open. Nmap will then do the scans for you and reveal all that information in a nice little display here to show you exactly what's open. And please make sure you use proxy chains, because if you don't, your IP address will be visible clearly and you will get someone knocking on your door if you are not careful. So this is more exercise in teaching you how to use Nmap. If you want to get into a security career, this is the type of thing you will be doing to scan your own network that maybe the company you're working for will want you to test out the security of their website. And in new websites, any machines that they have running on the network, you use Nmap to scan for any vulnerabilities that may or may not be present. So you would use a tool like Nmap. I'm going to fast forward this a little as the Nmap is taking quite a while. So with proxy chains, using a different IP address and hiding your own IP address, it does include an extra time frame for the scan. All these scans will definitely be detected by a firewall or intrusion detection system, so you need to make sure you don't have your real IP address visible. So with that, we're just going to fast forward the scan to make sure that you're not waiting, but you may have to end up waiting when you're doing the scan live. So the scan has now been completed, and I'm just going to walk you through exactly what Nmap has discovered. you will see on this page that Nmap has found that there are 992 closed ports. So it's taken quite a while to then identify which ports are open and which ports are closed. But as you can see, right at the top of this page, it's showing very clearly 992 closed ports have been found. This victim's PC has shown 22 port is open. We can definitely connect to that port in that sense. 25 is a SMTP port, which is filtered. Filtered I will cover later on. We've got a port 53, port 80, some shown as open and some showed as filtered. But given that we are finding ports that are open, this would make a very big difference in terms of what options are available. So let's type in telnet to that particular site using this particular port, which is port 22. So let's try that and see if we can telnet. And notice that SSH open, so we are able to telnet to that particular port. Again, Nmap has displayed this information to us. Now we can go in and see whether the port is really open or not. It's just given us a clue whether they open or filtered, and then we can actually telnet into some of those ports to see whether they actually work. There's a POP3, which is an email server possibly open there. There's also a IMAP email server that's open. With this Nmap scan, we have now determined that there are a number of ports open on this particular machine.